Welcome to the Bulldog Pit. It is Lovington at Artesia tonight. It is the first round of the district tournament, and it is going to be a winner moves on and a loser's season is done tonight. So the regular season has finished up, and the Lovington girls finished at 6-20 on the season, 0-6 in district. They are ranked 4th in District 4-4A. Artesia finished up at 11-14, 2-4 in district, and ranked 3rd in District 4-4A under head coach Jay Hodling and head coach Wade Scott, respectively, Artesia and Lovington. Now, tonight, of course, it's all about leaving it all out on the court. The winner tonight will move on to play Portales, or actually Goddard, on Thursday, and Goddard was ranked 2nd in the district. And then the winner of that game will go on to play Portales, ranked 1st in district, and that game is scheduled for Friday. We just heard, originally I think we had all assumed and thought that the championship games, the girls might be on Friday, the boys on Saturday. Sometimes all of them are on Saturday. This year, the district the teams all voted to have their district games done by Friday night. So the championships, the district championship rounds for 4A, at least for 4A, will be on Friday. So Lovington girls are looking to hopefully finish up strong here, and they have been steadily improving over this season and this year, winning a few games and coming very close in a few others. They actually had a really good start on Friday night against Portales in the regular season ender for them at home, and had a very strong first quarter and about really strong about half of that, I think so, of that second quarter, and before things started to fall apart just a little bit for them, and Portales was able to stretch things out and defeat them. But they really have been able to put together a really strong beginning of their games. They're coming out and having a game plan and being able to execute at least at the very beginning of the game. And so I think they're learning and growing. Of course, a very young team. They're a couple of their best players, their shining players. Of course, Celeste Dominguez, a senior, leading in several categories, leading the team. But 8th grader Ashlyn Barunda certainly has come on strong, and 8th grader Malaya Castro is actually the leading scorer for Lovington this season. Celeste Dominguez leading in blocks and rebounds, Malaya Castro leading in three-pointers and in scoring overall. Celeste Dominguez leading in steals, and Myra Castro leading in assists. So they are going to lose Celeste Dominguez, Jasmine Cooper, and Jasmine Clark at the end of this season, but the rest of the team is in place. So they're building, growing, and with an eye toward next season for sure. But they do have this game tonight, which they are just hoping to come in and play as strong as they can and look as sharp and good as they can against Artesia. Of course, the winner moves on and will have at least one more game. And then, of course, it will be all up to the championship round on Friday night. I'm Dawn Morgan. Thanks very much for listening to Lovington Girls Basketball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and on HobbsAmerica.com. My pleasure to be here at the Bulldog Pit. Thank you very much to Jean Dow for lots of assistance. We are going to be plugging into his video feed tonight. So thank you very much to Jean Dow and his stations for allowing us to do that. Since I'm by myself, it would be nearly impossible really to try to run the camera in a competent way and also run the score bug. I will be doing the score bug and then of course doing the play-by-play and keeping stats. So but he has graciously let us jack into his video feed, and they do have a very nice provide very nice video products. So we appreciate that, and thank you very much to Gene. And of course, some folks are starting to gather here tonight. A few fans in blue over there behind the home team, but a lot of folks coming in for for the Artesia side, and the jazz band is here tonight, or the pep band rather is here tonight. So it's going to be a typical Artesia loud gym, I think. Not just a packed gym in terms of fans, but certainly enough to make some noise. And with the pep band, with the cheerleaders, it's definitely going to be a night that you would expect here at the Bulldog Pit. So I like this vantage point from the floor. We're just on the right at midcourt, and always good because I can see all of the players, see the names, see the numbers, and catch up with the action. It feels good to be right down here, right on the side. In fact, one of the head referee just came by and shook the hands of all of the broadcasters along here. That was very nice. We don't always see them along here and don't always get a chance to do that, as we're usually way up in the mezzanine or up in the stands somewhere. So we will, I'll go ahead and run down the rosters for you, because we still have about 5 minutes left on the pregame clock. So let's run down the roster for Artesia and let you know who all the girls will be on the court tonight, and tell you about the starters as well. Number 11 is Audrey Vello for your Lady Bulldogs. Number 12 is Kaylin Greathouse. Number 14, Leticia Hammer. Number 15, Myra Jimenez. Number 20, Jalen Bustamante. Number 21, Coda Beltran. Number 22, Claudia Castillo. Number 23, Kimber Beltran. Number 24, Lakin King. Number 32, Hattie Harrison. Number 33, Abby Hauschild. Number 34, Aubrey Ivia. Number 45, Lauren Wagner. And they are under head coach Jay Hodling. Thank you to Coach Hodling for providing a nice score sheet, stat sheet, and a nice one sheet, as we call it, giving us a lot of information about both teams and not just Artesia. Also, Lovington roster. Number 3, Kira Olivas. Number 4, Audrey Alexander. Number 5, Celeste Dominguez. Number 10, Jasmine Cooper. Number 12, Chloe Corral. Number 14, Ashlyn Barunda. Number 20, Elizabeth Buendia. Number 23, Myra Castro. Number 30, Erlyn Salcido. Number 32, Mia Contreras. Number 33, Malaya Castro. Number 42, Katie Bell. Number 44, Jaylana Aranda. Number 50, Jasmine Clark, under head coach Wade Scott. So those are the girls who are going to be out on the court tonight. Your starters we know already are going to be Vello, Greathouse, Beltran, that's Coda Beltran, Harrison, and Wagner for Artesia. And the starters for your Lovington Lady Cats are going to be Kira Olivas, number 20, Elizabeth Buendia, number 23, Myra Castro, number 30, Erlyn Salcido, and number 33, Malaya Castro. And we do expect that the girls will be out. Artesia has gone back to the locker room. Lovington still out and taking some warm-up shots. But we expect that the girls will be out here on the court soon for the announcement of the players and the national anthem, and then we'll get the game started. We have about 3 minutes on the pregame clock right now. So as soon as they come out and start the announcements, we'll probably take a break and then come back just in time for the tip-off of this one. It is scheduled for 6 o'clock tonight. A lot of the first round games for boys and girls are happening tonight, and all across the district, some of them in Lee County. And in fact, the Lovington boys are playing and scheduled to tip off at 6 o'clock at Wildcat Gym, and they are facing Portales again. Portales, that's a lot of games in just a few days for them. Of course, Portales was at Wildcat Gym to play the girls and boys on this last Friday night to finish out the regular season. And then, as it happened, because all of the teams, because Goddard, Portales, and Artesia and Lovington, Lovington had beaten Goddard and Portales once, and then had been beaten. Hello, and so it ended up in a tie that they had to and they had to play each other last night. Artesia ended up winning. Artesia is, for the boys, Artesia is going to be in that final game on Friday night here in Artesia to play for the district championship. So it was kind of interesting the way all that shook out last week, and then with the playoff game last night, so that Artesia was able to win. So if the Lovington boys win tonight, then they will move on to play on Thursday, and then the winner of that game will play Artesia here in Artesia, So if they win tonight against Portales, then they have to play Goddard on Thursday in Roswell. And if they win that game, then they come here on Friday to play Artesia boys for the championship. But tonight, the girls' game is what we're doing here, just the one game here at the Bulldog Pit. And for one of these teams, it will be the last game that they play this year. Artesia comes into this one having beaten Lovington twice before in the regular season. And those games were 77-30 and 62-30 in their previous meetings in district play. So Artesia certainly coming in with as the favorites to win this one and with the edge. But Lovington wants to play well and have a good game. If it ends up being their last one of this season, then they want to go out feeling like they played well and they gave it their all and they left everything out on the court. So looks like we are just about ready to have the announcement of players. So we'll take a little break while we do that, and because I know that they're going to dim the lights and have a very loud announcement for the Artesia girls. They do a very NBA-style introduction with the video boards and everything. So we'll have a little bit of a break here, and then we'll come back with the tip-off of this one, Lovington girls basketball against Artesia at the Bulldog Pit on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and on HobbsAmerica.com. Back in a few minutes. Thank you for listening. And welcome back to Bulldog Pit. I'm Dawn Morgan with Lovington Girls Basketball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and on HobbsAmerica.com. It is Lovington versus Artesia tonight, first round of the District 4-4A tournament. And your Lovington girls ranked 4th in district and your Artesia girls ranked 3rd. And Lovington girls have only 8 players tonight. I don't know what that is. There was no explanation given. It's simply when they announced the team, they only announced as the non-starters were Audrey Alexander, Katie Bell, Jalen Aranda, and then your starters were Olivas, Buendia, Castro, Salcido, and Castro. So 8 players here for the Lovington girls. I don't know whether what the absence of the others are due to, but they are without Celeste Dominguez, Jasmine Cooper, Chloe Corral, Ashlyn Barunda, Mia Contreras, and Jasmine Clark tonight. So they have almost as many girls not here from the roster as here. So the starters are out in center court, so we're just about ready to get this underway. Tipping this one off. Winner moves on to play on Thursday in the semifinals of the district tournament, and the loser tonight sees their season come to an end. It'll be Salcido versus Harrison in the center, and here we go. Tipping this one off. Artesia gets the tip. Velo with the ball. Moves it to Greathouse. Back to Velo. Over in the corner to Beltran. And to Artesia just working it outside the arc. Lovington doing a pretty good job keeping it out of the paint. And now Greathouse moves it into Lauren Wagner. Wagner moves in the low post position, puts up a shot, won't go. Her rebound no good, and it is number 20, Buendia, with the rebound. She takes it down, fights traffic, trying to pass it off. I think she was trying to pass it to Olivas, but Olivas moved forward. There was nobody there, so a bad pass, first turnover for Lovington. No score on the board yet. Artesia with the ball. And bringing that down the court, running the point is Velo. Velo over to Beltran in the left corner. Back to Velo. Over to Greathouse on the right side. She was going to pass it off, looking for Wagner again. Wagner was going to move across the baseline into the low post and put up a shot again. And it goes out of bounds instead. So a turnover for Artesia. Get over to Lovington. Buendia running the point. Gives it to Olivas, to Malaya. Back to Buendia. She drives through the lane into traffic. Going to put up the ball, and it gets knocked away. But last touch by Artesia, so it stays Lovington ball. Inbounding will be Olivas. Olivas inbounding underneath the Lovington basket. Looking for somebody, gets it to Salcido. Salcido touches it, and it goes out of bounds. But I think it was off of defensive pressure, and they're going to say it was off of Artesia. I think it was Velo and with pressure underneath there. So Olivas will try it again. Gets it to Buendia. Buendia moves to the left side, pulls up, takes a shot, and pops it. 2 points for Buendia. She's on the board. Lovington up by 2. Here comes Artesia, though. Velo running the point. Passes to Beltran in the corner. Oh, and then a bad pass as Salcido takes it away, and the teams trade turnovers as Artesia gets it back. A shot is up, no good, and that is Salcido with the rebound. So Lovington still with the only 2 points on the board. Here we are, 6:30 left to play in the first. Move it down the court. Myra Castro passes in. They pass it to Salcido in the low post. She puts up a shot, won't fall, and that's Velo with the rebound. Brings it down for Artesia on the left side. A pass into Harrison right in the lane, and it goes out of bounds, and I think they're going to say it was off of Harrison's hands. Either Harrison or Wagner touched it left, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be the Lovington basketball, but Coach Hodling wants to talk about it as a slow start for Artesia. They're not on the board yet. Almost 2 minutes gone in the first quarter, and it's 2-0 Lady Cats. So we will just keep it right here during this timeout. Wade Scott using the time also to talk to his girls. But Lovington girls looking sharp so far. Although they've turned over the ball already a couple of times. Both teams have 2 turnovers already. Both teams have 2 rebounds apiece. And Lovington has the only 2 points on the board. So Myra Castro will inbound underneath the Artesia basket. Gets it to Malaya. Malaya is going to cross the timeline right side. Finally pick up defense against Artesia. They pass the ball. Buendia drives in the lane from the right side, tries to put up a shot. It won't fall, and Wagner with the rebound, her second. And there's a long pass underneath the basket. They were trying to get Harrison underneath the basket to put a quick layup, but she touches it, can't hold on to it, goes out of bounds. Third turnover by Artesia. Lovington brings the ball down. Malaya Castro, right side, gets it to Buendia. Buendia passes to Salcedo in the lane. She puts up a shot, won't fall. And it's Greathouse with the rebound. Greathouse brings it down over to Velo, left side. Velo pulls back out. Moo works the ball around, top of the arc. Pass into Harrison. And there's a fight over it. Kind of a bad pass. And it goes to Lovington. Turnover number 4 for Artesia. And Buendia brings the ball down, gets it to Malaya Castro, right corner. She passes into to Salcedo. No room for her. She's trying to pass it out to Buendia, and it's picked off by Velo. Nice steal for her. Credit where credit's due. And brings the ball down. Has some trouble with the dribble, but manages to pass the ball out. Wagner gets it and puts up 2. A nice, easy layup from the right side. So we're tied up 2 apiece here. Malaya Castro brings it down, gets it to Myra. Myra into Olivas. Olivas into Buendia from the left side. Puts up a shot. It won't fall. Wagner with her 3rd rebound. So we are tied with 4:48 left to play in this first quarter. Artesia with the ball. Velo down the court. Gets it to Wagner. Wagner passes into Harrison. Harrison's having some trouble hanging on to the ball. Harrison was in the lane, and it goes out of bounds. But I think they're going to say that probably Olivas reached up and touched it before it went out. So Artesia basketball underneath their own basket. Inbound all the way out to Beltran, Kimber Beltran in the game for Artesia now. And Artesia going to pass out. Then they get it into Wagner. In the lane, she can't hang on to it. There's a fight for it. Loose ball. Harrison comes up with it. Harrison puts a shot up, won't fall. Fight for the rebound, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it will be Lovington basketball. Artesia having a little trouble with just hanging on to the ball. Some bad passes, fumble fingers. Lovington as well. Lovington looking a little more steady and sure in charge of the ball. As they bring the ball down, they pass it out. Malaya Castro takes a 3-point shot from the right corner. It won't fall, and that's a Velo with the rebound. A pass down the court to Harrison, who puts up the layup from the left side and makes it 4-2. 4-2. Artesia in the lead, and Lovington wants to take a timeout. Coach Wade Scott is going to huddle up the girls and talk to them. But here we are, 4-2, very low scoring so far in this first quarter. Some I don't know if it's just first of the game jitters. Both of the teams with turnovers. Artesia uncharacteristically 4 turnovers, and Lovington's got 2. So out of the timeout, we will come back and get this one back underway. As just under 4 minutes left in this first quarter here at the Bulldog Pit. Your score 4-2, Artesia over Lovington, but it'll be Lovington's ball. Myra Castro will inbound under the Artesia basket with no defensive pressure. Gives it to Malaya. Malaya runs across the timeline, back to Myra, left side, into Buendia. Buendia pulls up, top of the arc, takes a shot. Oh, in and out, and skying up for the rebound was number 23, Kimber Beltran. Her first rebound. No, she passes it off to Kimber. Kimber passes it off to Wagner. That actually was 21, Coda Beltran with that rebound, not Kimber. Coda passed to Kimber. So 2 more points from Wagner. Makes it 6-2. 3:24 left to play in this first quarter as the ball went back down the court, and the Lovington girls turned the ball over without taking a shot. They lose track of it there in that left corner, so 3 turnovers for Lovington. Give it back to Artesia. Velo running the point, gets it to Kimber Beltran, then back out to Velo, back out to the other Beltran. And now as they pass to House Shield, she takes a shot, and it basically is an air ball, but Buendia grabs the rebound, takes it down the court, gets it to Malaya Castro. Malaya passes to Alexander at the top of the key. She takes a shot, won't fall. Katie Bell gets the rebound, and her putback's no good, but she gets fouled. And she was in the act of shooting. They're going to call Abby Hauschild. It is her first foul, first team foul, and it will send Katie Bell to the line. And it's up and good. Katie Bell burying that one. Makes it 6-3. Artesia over the Lady Cats, but Bell has another shot at it. And that one rattles in and out, a miss. And Harrison with the rebound. It's her second. Velo is going to drive in, top of the lane. She passes. She was intended to get a Hauschild to pass in the low post position, but it goes out of bounds instead. And, well, it went out of bounds, but they called a foul on Katie Bell. Got her on the wrist as Velo was moving. Velo up and no good. A miss for her. She's got a couple of rebounds and a steal in the game already, though. 6-3, still your score. Artesia leading Lovington. 2:50 left to play in this first quarter. Second one is up and also no good. Fight for the rebound, and Audrey Alexander is going to come up with it. She gets it off to Olivas. Olivas to Malaya Castro. Castro to Buendia, top of the arc, moving to the right, gets it to Maria, to Malaya. Malaya to Olivas. Olivas passes off to Bell in the lane. She puts up a shot, 2 points. That's 3 points for her in the game. Makes it 6-5. So just a 1 point lead by Artesia, and a bad pass underneath the basket for Artesia, and that's turnover number 5 for them. Malaya Castro takes it down the court for Lovington. Bounce pass to Olivas. And a foul is called. We'll see what they call. And they're going to call that against Hattie Harrison. That's her first foul. Second team foul. It's on the floor. So it'll be Buendia inbounding from in front of the Artesia bench. She gets it over to Alexander. Bounce pass back to Buendia. She drives in. Then pulls up, gets it over to Malaya Castro, who buries it from the right corner. Malaya with a three-pointer makes it 8-6 Wildcats. Artesia with it coming back down the other way. A shot is up from the right side by Kimber Beltran. No good, and Malaya Castro gets a rebound. Oh, and Castro passing it off to Olivas, who managed to save it, but then loses it. On the pass, Velo's got it. She drives in coast to coast, puts up the layup from the right side, and ties it up. So we are at 8 apiece with 1:33 left. Got a good one here. Malaya Castro passes to Alexander. Alexander travels. She was at the top of the arc and looking to pass it off, and yep, she moved that pivot foot. So that is turnover number 4 for Lovington. Tied at 8 apiece right here. And Artesia will have the ball. They'll inbound in front of their bench. Give it to Velo. She's going to run the point. She passes it to Kimber Beltran. Kimber moves it over, gets it over to Greathouse. Greathouse. They pass it to Wagner right underneath the basket on the low post position, and she puts up 2 more points. She's got 6 in the game. Makes it 10-8. Lady Bulldogs leading, but Lovington with the ball. Olivas trying to corral it in the lane, and it's stolen away. Turnover number 5 for Lovington. Artesia with the ball. Beltran to Velo. Velo getting worked on pretty good by Buendia. Pretty tight defense. Gotta watch out. Oh, Artesia wanted a foul, didn't get it. But they pass it off to Wagner again. Wagner is just killing them on the boards with another 2 points in that low post position. So 12-8 as Artesia starts to stretch this one out. Lovington takes the ball down the court. Myra Castro with the ball. Just her foot right on the arc on the left side. Puts up a shot. It doesn't go, but she gets fouled. And they're going to call that on Lauren Wagner. That's her first foul. 4th team foul. Myra at the line, her first shots in the game. Oh, and she buries it. So Myra Castro on the board with a point, makes it 12-9. Artesia leading, but Lovington chipping away at it here in this first quarter. Myra, second shot, up, and that one rattles in and out, no good. But Lovington manages to get the rebound, And Myra puts up another shot, no good. Salcedo with the rebound. She puts up a shot, no good. Myra Castro with the rebound. Castro in from the left corner, and she turns it over. She was trying to work herself out of that left corner. So turnover number 6 by Lovington. But some good rebounds right there, as Salcedo had a rebound and Buendia had a rebound. Coming the other way, Artesia with the ball. Kimber Beltran gets it over to Hammer. Hammer in the game for the first time for Artesia. She gets it to Greathouse, takes a shot from the right corner. A three-pointer won't fall. And at the buzzer, it is 12-9. Your Lady Bulldogs are leading Lovington in this quarterfinal game in the District 4 4A tournament here at the Bulldog Pit. So we'll be back in 30 seconds with the second quarter here with Lovington Girls Basketball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and on HubsAmerica.com. And we are back. Second quarter action here at the Bulldog Pit. Lovington or Artesia. Lovington inbounds from in front of the scorer's table. Passing the ball, they get it to Malaya Castro. She takes another shot at a three from the right corner. This one doesn't go. Harrison with the rebound, her third. And here comes Artesia moving the ball a little quicker. Beltran's got it. She drives in the lane, puts up a shot. It won't fall. It goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Lovington ball. So that was Coda Beltran trying a little right hook, and it just did not work. So it goes out of bounds, and that really is a turnover. Lovington with the ball. Buendia's got it. Drives in across the and over to Myra Castro. Myra gets it to Salcedo. She takes a shot at it. It won't fall. And it's going to be Beltran with the rebound, her second. A long pass down underneath the basket to Harrison, but she can't corral it. She passes it back out. Beltran to Velo. Velo takes a three-point shot, and it is an air ball. It goes out of bounds. Goes out of bounds, and really it was a shot, but the rebound goes out of bounds, so technically not a turnover. But Lovington with the ball, they bring it across the timeline. Quick passing, get it to Buendia in the lane, and she works quickly, putting up a nice layup. 2 more points for her. She's got 4 in the game. 12-11 is your score. Artesia with the ball, they bring it down. Oh. And they're going to call. They're going to say that there it is, a turnover by Artesia. Not a popular call, but I think it's probably the right one. Lovington takes the ball, gets it down the court. Buendia takes a three-point shot from the right side, won't fall. And the rebound comes back out. Myra Castro with that one. Again, Lovington not liking the way that ball fell. There was a fight for it, a reach for it, and they're going to call the foul on number 21, Coda Beltran. That's her first foul. And that is going to send Buendia to the line. Her first trip to the line tonight. Oh, her first one up, no good. She's got 4 points in the game. It is 12-11. Artesia with a 1-point lead over Lovington here in the second quarter. Second shot, is good. Buendia sinks that one, and we're tied 12 apiece. 6:27 left. Going the other way quickly. Artesia bringing the ball down. They get it to Harrison. Harrison passes to Wagner. Wagner again killing Lovington from that right side, putting up an easy layup. 14-12 now your score. Lovington with the ball. They bring it down. Malaya Castro gets it over. Buendia's in the lane, driving across the baseline. It's knocked out of bounds. Last touch, I believe Wagner knocked that out. Last touch by Artesia. It'll stay Lovington ball. The inbound to Malaya Castro. She pulls up, takes a three-point shot, won't fall. And that's going to be Coda Beltran with the rebound, her third. She brings it down, drives in the lane, tries to put it up herself, runs into traffic. And they're going to call, I think, the block foul on Salcido. Let's see who they call it on. There were 2 or 3 Lovington girls there in the row. No, number 30, Salcido. So that's her first foul. It's a second team foul. And Coda Beltran sinking that one. It's her first point in the game, though. 15-12 is your score. Artesia leading by 3. Second one is up and also good. So 16-12. Lovington with the ball. Malaya Castro across the timeline right side. Drives in. Oh, passing it, trying to get it to Olivas. She does, but I think they're going to call a jump ball as Greathouse comes over and ties up Olivas. And the possession arrow goes to Artesia. So Artesia will inbound over in front of the students section. No defensive pressure by Lovington. They're all back in a zone. So Artesia brings it down, passing around left side of the arc. Now around top of the arc into Harrison in the left corner. Good defense by Lovington. Nice defensive pressure. It's Savello looking for room, passing it off. Now they get it to Wagner. She pulls in and drives up, puts up a little floater and 2 more points. Makes it 18-12. Malaya Castro brings it across the timeline to Buendia. Buendia back to Castro, back to Buendia, then across to Olivas, and then to Myra Castro, and then to Malaya. Malaya pops a 3 from the right side. That's her second tray of the game and makes it 18-15. Going the other way quickly. That's Bello for Artesia, driving in right side. She puts up a shot. Bell with the rebound. And Lovington wants to talk about it. Coach Scott taking a timeout. But nice work as Lovington now has pulled within 3 points off of that three-pointer from Malaya Castro. Castro hitting 2 trays in the game. She got 6 points for Lovington. And so far, Buendia has 5 points for Lovington, a point from Myra Castro, 6 points from Malaya Castro, and 3 points from Katie Bell. Out of the timeout, it's going to be Lovington basketball. And they will inbound from underneath to the left of underneath the Artesia basket. Myra to Malaya Castro. Malaya running the point. Crosses timeline right side. Pulls up. Passes to Myra. Myra into Buendia. Was actually intending to go to Olivas. Picked off by Beltran. That's Kimber Beltran with a steal and a turnover. That's number 8 for Lovington. Passes off into the lane, and a foul is called. They're going to call Myra Castro. That's her first personal and third team foul. And that is going to send Coda Beltran to the line. She's 2 of 2 at the line tonight. Make it 3 of 3. She gets another shot at it. And that makes it 19-15. Lady Bulldogs leading the Lady Cats. And this second shot up is no good. So a miss for Beltran. But Artesia with the rebound. That was Harrison with the rebound. And they pass it off, get it to Vello. Vello driving in, getting it to Wagner, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Artesia. So turnover number 8 from by Artesia. Malaya Castro running the point for Lovington. She pulls up, tries a 3. It's short, but Buendia with the rebound. And rebound. And the putback, no good. Fight for the rebound. And it's going to be Velo who comes up with it. Velo passes to Beltran. Coda on the left side. Back to Velo. Velo drifts back out. Then to Wagner. Back to Velo. Back to Beltran. Thinks about the three. Drives in. She gets bumped by Olivas. And let's see. It goes out of bounds, but I think they're just going to say Olivas. They're not going to call a foul. They're just going to say it went out of bounds off of Olivas. So Artesia's got the ball. They inbound. Trying for a three is Velo. In and out, no good. But that's going to be Olivas with the rebound, her second. Leaves it off for Malaya. Malaya across the timeline, back to Olivas. Works around to the right. Passes to Buendia. Buendia to Myra Castro in the left corner. Myra passes out. Back to Buendia. Buendia drives the lane. Then she's going to try to pass it off to Olivas. It goes out of bounds. So turnover number 9 for Lovington. It'll be Wagner inbounding. She gets it to Velo. Velo will run the point. Lovington drifts back in defense. Beltran to Beltran to Harrison. And now into Wagner in the low post position. She puts up a shot, won't fall. Gets her own rebound, and her putback is good. 21-15 now. It's the Lady Bulldogs stretching it out. Lovington coming down the other way. Buendia's got it to Malaya. Malaya passes into Katie Bell. Kicks it out to Buendia. Drives the lane. Puts up a shot from the right side. Won't fall. Wagner grabs that one. Rips down the rebound. Now a pass all the way down the court to Coda Beltran. Coda, it's a little too hot to handle. A little out of control. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Coda Beltran. So that's turnover number 9 for Artesia. Again, your score 21-15 with 2:41 left to play in this second quarter here at the Bulldog Pit. Lovington's got the ball. Castro to Castro. Malaya's got it now, right side. Gets it to Alexander in the right corner. Back to Malaya. Malaya passes to Olivas. Olivas having trouble hanging on to it. Bounces off of her foot. Comes up and tying her up was Greathouse. They call a jump ball, and the possession arrow goes to Lovington. So Myra Castro will inbound underneath the Lovington basket. Gets it to Malaya. Malaya drives the baseline right side, puts up a shot. Oh, it won't fall. Fight for the rebound. And Artesia has it, but then Malaya Castro goes and picks it off right in front of the Artesia bench. Artesia, and then Lovington passing it around. They get it to Audrey Alexander in the right corner, and it goes over her head. So that's turnover number 10 for Lovington. But the Lady Bulldogs, 21-15. They've got a 6-point lead in this one. It's Greathouse running the point. Crosses timeline right side, gets it to Kimber Beltran. Kimber works the ball over to the left. Gets it to Coda Beltran. Bounce pass in to Greathouse, and Greathouse takes the shot from the left and puts that one up and in. 23 now to 15. Malaya Castro with the ball for Lovington. Passes over to Alexander from the right corner. Alexander pops a three from that right corner. Makes it 23-17. Oh, that wasn't a three. It was just a two. Thought it was 3-point. Artesia bringing it down quickly. Harrison underneath the basket. Can't hang on. Kicks it out. Shot is up, no good. Wagner grabs the rebound. Her putback is good. Makes it 25-17. A minute 12 left to play in this second quarter. Malaya Castro brings it down, gets it to Olivas. Olivas tries to put up a shot from the left side, won't fall. Fight for the rebound. Wagner gets it, and Olivas fouls Wagner. It's on the floor. It's her first personal. Actually, yep, that's Olivas. Olivas comes out, and Salcido comes in. A minute left. Artesia with the ball. Greathouse working it down. Work it around the arc. Greathouse top of the arc. Get it to Velo left side. Velo drives in, pulls back out under pressure by Lovington. Gets it to Greathouse. Greathouse is going to pass it to Wagner. Wagner was looking to work that low post position again and put it in, but it goes over Wagner's head. So that's turnover number 10 for Artesia. Give it to Lovington. 40 seconds left to play as Malaya Castro with the ball right side across the timeline. Lovington looking probably to just try to get the last shot. Oh, and on a pass, it is stolen away by Harrison, and Harrison takes it down and puts up the layup from the right side off of a steal. Makes it 27-17 with just seconds left to go in this first half. Buendia's got it for Lovington. Pulls up, bounce pass to Alexander on the left side. She puts up a shot, won't fall. Harrison with the rebound, and Artesia will hang on to it as a beautiful half-court shot at the buzzer by Velo, and it goes in. An amazing shot. Credit where credit's due. That was pretty amazing. Makes it 30-17 at the half. Artesia leading. We'll be back with your halftime reports for more Lovington girls basketball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com from the Bulldog Pit in Artesia. And welcome back to Bulldog Pit, Lovington girls basketball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and on HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan, flying solo tonight here with the quarterfinal game of the girls for District 4 4A tournament. First game, first round. Your fourth-ranked Lovington girls against third-ranked Artesia. And at half, the score is 30-17. Let's see how the teams got here. Your leading scorer so far for Artesia and among all scorers is Lauren Wagner with 16 points. All of them, pretty much most of them layups, right in that low post position. And she's got 7 rebounds to go along with that. Also scoring for Lovington, you've got Audrey Vella with 5 points and 3 rebounds. Kaylin Greathouse with 2 points, 1 rebound. Coda Beltran with 3 points, 3 rebounds. Kimber Beltran with 1 rebound and 1 steal. Hattie Harrison with 4 points, 5 rebounds, and a steal. So a total of 20 rebounds for Artesia in the first half, and they turn over the ball 10 times. They also, go 3 of 4 at the line. 3 of 4, actually 3 of 6 at the line with 3 points made by Coda Beltran. Only Velo and Beltran shooting free throws in that first half for Artesia. Turning to Lovington, your leading scorer so far is Malaya Castro with 6 points on 2 trays. Nice outside shooting by Malaya. She's got a rebound to go with that as well. You've got 5 points from Elizabeth Buendia and 4 rebounds to go with that. 3 points by Katie Bell, a layup and 1 point from the line, and 2 rebounds for Katie Bell to go with that. Also, 3 points from Audrey Alexander. She also popped a tray. She's got a rebound. And Kira Olivas has 2 rebounds. Myra Castro with a point and a rebound, 1 point in a free throw from the line. And Erlyn Salcida with 2 rebounds. So Lovington has 13 rebounds in the first quarter. They turn over the ball 11 times. And Buendia was 1 of 2 at the line. And Castro was 1 of 1 at the line. And Katie Bell was 1 of 2 at the line. So they are 3 of 5 at the line in that first half. At the end of the first quarter, the score was 12-9. Artesia with just a 3-point lead, kind of a low scoring, and slower moving first quarter. But the second quarter saw Artesia pick up the pace and start really hammering Lovington on the boards and making points off of the turnovers. Lovington forced some turnovers. They weren't able to capitalize on them on this as much, and Artesia was able to stretch it out. And at half, 30-17 is your score. Artesia over Lovington. The winner of this one moves on and will play on Thursday night. And they will play Goddard on Thursday, and then the winner of that game will play Portales for the championship game on Friday. The district teams here in District 4-4A apparently voted to have all their games done, and the championship games on Friday night have all their games done before the weekend. So that's how things stack up here at the Bulldog Pit. So we'll take another quick timeout and be back with the tip-off of the second half here, as Artesia in the lead in this one, 30-17. Back in just a couple of minutes with the second half here. Lovington girls basketball on Lee County News and Sports, YouTube, and on HobbsAmerica.com. And welcome back to Bulldog Pit. It's Artesia versus Lovington in the quarterfinals of the girls 4-4A district tournament. And at half, Artesia's leading this one 30-17. It was a much closer affair in that first quarter. as Lovington actually got on the board first and had a 2-0 lead until about almost halfway through that first quarter, and then it was 4-2. And then in the second quarter, Artesia was able to pull away and increase their lead. It needs to be said, though, that Lovington has 8 girls here tonight. Yes, they have their 5 starters, and they have a total bench of 3 players tonight. Your players, your starters who will probably be out to start the second half are Olivas, Buendia, Myra Castro, Erlyn Salcido, and Malaya Castro. The other 3 players, your bench tonight is Audrey Alexander, Katie Bell, and Jelena Ronda. And we do not know why the other girls on the roster are not playing tonight for Lovington, but only 8 girls here. That's a lot of playing time for these girls out on the court, and they've been doing a very nice job of it so far. Doing what they can. They kept it pretty close. Artesia really, it took them almost really until partway through that second quarter to really start stretching their lead out. So we're just about ready to tip this one off. And your starters for Artesia back out: Velo, Greathouse, Beltran, Harrison, and Wagner. Artesia will have the ball to inbound. It'll be Beltran to Velo running the point for Artesia. Inbounding right here in front of the scorer's table. Passing around outside the arc now to Greathouse, actually. Oh, and a pass to Greathouse is picked off by Myra Castro. Nice steal. Myra takes it coast to coast and puts it in. It's 11 turnovers by Artesia. And all right. So there was an extra basketball that drifted in, threatening to be out on the court. So the refs simply stopped play. No harm. But Artesia will maintain control of the ball. They inbound from midcourt, get the ball. Greathouse working it around the arc, and it's picked off by Olivas. Again, another turnover. Olivas with the steal. She gets it to Buendia. Buendia drives in and puts a layup from the right side, makes it 30-21. Artesia going the other way. Velo with the ball, running the point, gets it to Wagner. Wagner to Harrison in the low post position, kicks it back out. Velo loses the handle on it. Greathouse saves it, and then they pass it across, and the ref actually was blocking my view. I could not see. The ball goes out of bounds, though, and it'll stay Artesia ball. So obviously tipped off of the hands of Lovington. Don't know who that player was. Artesia gets it in. A quick pass into Harrison, who puts up 2 more points. She's got 6 in the game. Malaya Castro with the ball for Lovington, running the point, right side. Pulls up. Gets it to Myra Castro. Myra, bounce pass into Buendia. Buendia drives the lane from the left side, tries to put up a shot. She's going to get fouled. And I think they're going to call that on Wagner. Let's see. Nope. They're going to call Coda Beltran. That's her second foul. First team foul here in the second half. And it was in the act of shooting, so Buendia goes to the line. She's 1 of 2. First one up, short arms it. No good. 32-21 your score here. Artesia leading Lovington. 6:40 left to play in this third quarter. Buendia with a second chance at it. Big deep breath, and she sinks this one. Makes it 32-22. Artesia with the ball. Velo crosses the timeline left side, trying to pass it over to Coda Beltran. And good hustle by Lovington. I think that was Olivas. Goes out of bounds, stays Artesia ball. They pass it to Kimber. Kimber back to Velo. Velo into Wagner. Wagner passes over. Artesia just working the ball around the outside. And now Kimber takes a 3-point shot from the right corner, won't fall. And Buendia with the rebound. That's her 5th. Buendia drives in right side. Bounce pass to Malaya Castro from the right side. I think she got sort of bumped or tipped on the way up. No good. And Artesia with the rebound. Coda Beltran with it. Oh, and Beltran gets down and bad pass, and it's picked off. That is turnover number 13 by Artesia. Myra Castro with the ball. Bounce pass to Malaya. Malaya moves out of that right corner. Passes to Buendia. Buendia drives in, then pulls back out of the lane. Back out to Malaya. Malaya over to Olivas on the left wing. Olivas into Myra Castro. She pulls up, takes a three-point shot from the left corner. It won't fall. And Velo with another rebound, her fourth. Velo brings the ball up, left side. Pulls up, now drives around the outside the arc. Gets it to Beltran. Now back to Velo. Velo. Now into Wagner. Wagner gets it to Beltran. Beltran drives in from the right corner. Pass to Wagner. Wagner puts up the shot from point-blank range on the right. 2 more points for her. She's got 18. Makes it 34-22. Lovington bringing ball down. Passes into Buendia. She drives the lane. And is she going to get fouled? Or are they going to call her? Yep, they will call the foul on her. She was going to try to put up a little right hook, and it was not going to fall. But she does get fouled by Coda Beltran, who picks up 2 quick fouls in this second half. She's got 3 on her. So that will send Buendia back to the line. And her first one is up and rattles home. She's 3 of 5 at the line. Makes it 34-23 now. 5 minutes left to play in this third quarter. Artesia leading Lovington by 11 points at this point. Second shot is up, and that one rattles home as well. So another point for Buendia. Makes it 34-24. Artesia with the ball. Velo running the point against Buendia. Gets it to Kimber Beltran. Back to Velo. Velo gets it to Coda Beltran. She kicks it back out. And now they get it to Wagner. Wagner all the way across to Coda Beltran in the left corner. Now gets it to Velo, top of the arc, and now the pass into Wagner. Wagner passes it off to Hammer. Hammer puts it up, won't fall. It's a fight for the rebound. Hammer tries to save it, but it goes to Malaya Castro. So Castro with the ball. Gets it to Myra Castro. Myra passes to Olivas in the left corner. Olivas going to work around. Pass it to Salcido. Oh, and then she's trying to pass it back to Olivas. That's another turnover for Lovington to Kimber Beltran. She picked up, and they're going to say she travels. She was. She's kind of getting worked on. Artesia doesn't like that. They want the foul against Salcido. But Kimber, they're going to call and say that she fouled. And Lovington wants to take the timeout. Out of the timeout, it will be their ball, though. 4 minutes, 5 seconds left to play in this third quarter. Your score is 34-24, with Artesia with a 10-point lead over Lovington. As Coach Wade Scott pulling in the girls for a huddle. There are barely enough girls to make a huddle for Lovington tonight. That's really amazing that they're playing with their 5 starters and a bench of 3 players. That's the least amount of players I've seen, even during COVID times. I think this is about the shortest, the least amount of players, actually playing on a team showing up. They've got so many who are not here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the roster that are not here for this game tonight. Out of the timeout, Artesia is ready. Wade Scott turns loose of his girls. And it will be Lovington basketball. They will inbound. It'll be Myra with the ball. All the way under the Artesia basket. Inbounds to Malaya Castro. Malaya brings the ball up right side. Calling some offense, gets it back to Myra. Myra looking for room, gets it to Audrey Alexandra. Alexandra thinks about the shot, pulls out, passes to Malaya. Malaya takes a 3-point shot, won't fall, and it's Wagner fighting for the rebound. She gets it. They bring it down the court. Coda Beltran to Velo. Velo over to Kimber Beltran. Back to Velo, center court. And then back over to the left side. Bounce pass into Hammer. Hammer, no room. Good defensive pressure by Lovington. They kick it all the way back out to Velo. Velo over to Wagner in the right corner. Back to Velo, center court. Over to the left side again, outside the arc to Beltran. And Artesia just playing for position. Lovington making good adjustments, good defensive adjustments, trying to keep him out of the paint. Now they pass into Beltran. Beltran passes to Wagner. Wagner tries to put up a shot. It's popped away, and now Artesia managed to save it, get the pass back to her, and then she takes the layup. 2 more points. So 36-24 now. Lovington with the ball coming down. Myra Castro is going to drive all the way in. Drive on the right side. She puts up a shot. They're not going to count it. The whistle sounded before, and they're going to call the offensive foul on Myra. Nope. They are going to call another foul on Coda Beltran. That's her 4th foul. You know she's going to have to sit now. So Coda Beltran comes out of the game. So does Wagner and Hammer. And that will send Myra Castro to the line. She's 1 of 1. She eyes it, skies it, and buries it. So swish. Another point for her at the line. She's got 2. Makes it 36-27 now. They did count that basket. Artesia with the ball. Looking for position, passing around the outside. Then they get it into House Shield. House Shield was at the top of the key, and she gets slammed into. I don't think they're going to. Are they going to call the foul? I think they're just going to. They're just. There's. I mean, there was. Nobody reported the foul, so yeah, there was an obvious foul. I mean, she got bodied into her by Audrey Alexander, and they're going to call that. First personal foul. It's on the floor. Artesia with the ball, inbounding. Velo with the ball, drifts out back to center midcourt. Worked on by Alexander, gets it to House Shield. House Shield passes it off to Kimber Beltran. Beltran to Velo. Velo drives into the lane, right side, and the ball pops up, and it's a turnover. And Katie Bell's got it. Nice little takeaway, nice little steal. Coming down the court, Myra Castro for Lovington. Castro passes to Bell, and Bell puts it up from the left side. She's got 2 more points. She's got 5 in the game and makes it 36-29. So Lovington eating away at the Artesia lead. 1:55 left to play in the third. Artesia with the ball. Back down in their end of the court. They pass into Harrison. Harrison tries a bounce pass to House Shield, and it's a turnover as Malaya Castro picks that one up. Pulls up. Gets it to Myra Castro. Castro to Olivas. Olivas passes into Katie Bell. She puts a shot, won't fall, and that is going to be number 12, Greathouse, with a rebound, her second. Greathouse leaves it off for Velo. Velo just pulls out. She's getting worked on by Alexander. Passes over left side to Greathouse. Greathouse to Beltran in the corner. Then to House Shield. House Shield looking for room, and I think they're going to call. They're going to call a lane, 3-second lane violation on her. Yes, they are. She was in the lane. Nope. They're going to call. It was just a 3-second lane violation. I don't think they called a foul. They didn't put up a foul. So give it back to Lovington. They bring the ball down. Myra sends it to Malaya Castro. Malaya from the right corner puts up a shot and buries her 3rd tray of the game and makes it 36-32. Just a 4-point lead by Artesia. Vella's got it. Gives it off to Beltran. Beltran passes to Wagner in the lane. And a bad foul. Oh, yeah, I think they're going to call Olivas for that. She reached up. Bell had it. Bell was gonna take her typical shot from the right side right there underneath the basket in a low post position. And instead will shoot from the free throw line. 36-32. Lady Bulldogs with the 4-point lead. And Wagner buries the first foul shot, or the first free throw shot. Substitutions coming in for Lovington as a Bell comes out, Olivas comes out, Salcido in, and the second one is up and good as well. So 38-32. Lovington with the ball. Myra Castro's got it. Passes off to Malaya in their right corner. Myra, she drives in a little bit, still takes the shot and puts it up. Just a 2-pointer for her, and it makes it 38-34. Artesia with the ball. Back down the other way. Beltran with the ball. Gets it to Wagner. Wagner puts it in from the low post position, right side. Her favorite little position, her favorite place right there. Makes it 40-34. And quickly, like this transition, Lovington moving quickly, bringing the ball down. They get it to Malaya Castro, and she tries a three-point shot from the right wing, and it's no good, and it goes out of bounds. So with just 4 seconds left in this third quarter, Artesia inbounds. There's a fight for it. Velo's got it. Weaving through traffic. She puts up another half-court shot. This one no good, though. And at the buzzer at the end of 3, it is 40-34. Artesia leading just by 4 now against Lovington. And we will be back with the fourth quarter of this game at the Bulldog Pit. You're listening to Lovington Girls Basketball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and on HubsAmerica.com. And back to the Bulldog Pit for the fourth and final quarter of this one as Artesia leading Lovington 40-34. Lovington playing some pretty good defense, forcing some turnovers, popping some trays. And Artesia with as big a lead as 11 points at one time. Now that lead only bound to 6. And Lovington will have the ball. They will inbound Myra Castro into Malaya Castro at right in front of the scorer's table. And the fourth quarter is underway. Malaya back to Myra. Myra pulls up left side outside the arc. Leaves it off for Buendia. Buendia drifts over to the right, passes back to Myra. Myra now to Malaya in the left corner. Malaya tries to put up a 3. It won't fall, and it's going to be Coda Beltran with her rebound. Beltran brings it down. Oh, and they're going to call her. Oh, and there's a timeout as Coach Hodling wants to take a timeout. Saw something he didn't like, I guess. So we're just barely underway in this fourth quarter. We'll just keep it right here. 7:36 left to play in the game. A 6-point lead by Artesia, 40-34. The winner tonight will move on to play Goddard on Thursday, and the winner of that game will play Portales Friday for the championship of the district tournament. Whoever loses this game tonight, they're done. They will, if it's Lovington with their season and their record, likely they are done for the year. If it is Artesia, they're ranked 3rd in the district, and if they move on, then they'll have a chance to play. The winner will keep playing, and we have certainly seen district tournaments with some surprises sometimes. Sometimes you do end up with a 3rd-ranked team pulling up and playing for the championship. You just never know. That's why they play the district tournament. And out of the Artesia timeout, it'll be Artesia ball. They inbound in front of the scorer's table. Pass it into Wagner in the low post from the right side, and she puts up a quick 2. She's got 26 points in this game now, makes it 42-34, as Lovington just has not had an answer for her on the boards or in that low post. She does have some height and size. Lovington just has not, when she gets the ball, they have not been able to keep her from scoring usually. Lovington going to play for position, going to just move the ball around the outside of the arc, pass it around. Buendia's got it now. Thinks about driving in against Beltran. Pulls back out, Gets it to Malaya Castro. Malaya, bounce pass back to Buendia. Buendia, no room to run, no room to work. Kicks it over to Myra Castro in the left corner. Myra, she puts up a 3 and it's in and out. And Wagner with the rebound. Leaves it off for Velo. Velo running the point. She gets it. They pass it. That's on a pass from Greathouse and an assist from Greathouse, a pass into Harrison. She puts up a layup from the left side in that low post position, and it makes it 44-34 as now Coach Wade Scott wants to take a timeout and talk to his girls. 6:28 left to play in this game, and it's a 10-point lead by Artesia. Tonight, as the girls are playing this one here in Artesia, Lovington boys are playing at home, and they are playing Portales again. Portales, Lovington just beat Portales on Friday night in the final game of the regular season. But when all the dust settled, and with the tiebreakers, and with Lovington and Goddard and Portales having each beaten each other once, then Lovington owned the tiebreaker over Artesia, but Artesia owned the tiebreaker over Goddard, I believe. So Lovington Portales played for the top seed in the district tournament, and Artesia won that game. So Artesia waits to play in the championship game on Friday night. If Lovington wins, they'll play Thursday night, and then the winner of that game will meet Artesia right here at the Bulldog Pit on Friday. But that's the boys. We've got the girls' game to finish up, and out of the timeout, it is Lovington basketball. Myra Castro inbounds underneath the Artesia basket. Malaya across the timeline right side. Passes back to Myra. Myra stops at the top of the arc, tries to put up a 3. It won't fall. Harrison with the rebound, and then she can't hang on to it. It pops up, and it's actually a turnover as Olivas ends up with it for Lovington. They pass to Buendia. She drives the lane, tries to put up a little left hook, won't fall, and trying to save it from going out of bounds is Salcido, but it goes right into the hands of Artesia. Greathouse has it, and they bring it down the court. They pass it off to Coda Beltran. She takes a 3-point shot from the left side, and it does not fall, but they are going to call Myra Castro with the foul. That's her second personal. She had a foul in the first. This is her second, and it is going to send Coda Beltran to the line. She was in the act of shooting. She short arms the first one, no good. She is 3 of 5 at the line tonight. She'll get another shot at it. 44-34, still your score. Second one up. And she buries that one. 45. So Beltran, and this one also good. Makes it 46-34. Malaya Castro with the ball, right side of the court, and passes to Myra. Myra drives in, right side of the lane, puts up a shot, won't fall, and that's Wagner with the rebound. Gets it to Velo. Velo to Beltran, pulls up, thinks about the 3. Now she does take the 3, and she pops it. Coda Beltran from way downtown pops that 3, and it makes it 49-34 as the Lady Bulldogs stretching this one out. 5:22 left to play in the game. They have 15-point lead. Lovington with the ball. Malaya Castro gets it to Buendia. Buendia tries to put up a little right hook, won't fall, and Lauren Wagner with the rebound. Then she passes off to Coda Beltran. Beltran getting worked on by Olivas. Goes out of bounds, but Olivas, last touch by Olivas. Beltran keeps it. Gets it to Velo. Back to Beltran. Left side. Passes over to Greathouse. Greathouse trying to get it into Wagner. Salcido takes it. And turnover number 19 for Artesia. And then she gets bumped into by Kaylin Greathouse. First foul on Greathouse. Not a shooting foul on the floor. Lovington's got it. Malaya Castro passes into Buendia. Buendia pulls up. Oh, and then decides to pass it to Salcido, who wasn't ready but saves it, manages to put up a shot. It doesn't fall, and Wagner with the rebound. We get it to Velo, Velo to Beltran, Beltran over to Greathouse, Greathouse passing now to Harrison in the low post position, and Harrison puts it up from the left side. 2 more points for her, makes it 51-34. Lovington on a little scoring drought. They need to break that. As Myra Castro gets it, and there's a fight for the ball as Greathouse ties her up, and the possession arrow will go to Artesia. So the ball is inbounded. A really lazy, sloppy inbound by Wagner is picked off by Buendia. She tries to put up a shot, and Velo with the rebound now brings it down. Passes to Harrison in the low post. Harrison puts it up and in. Another easy 2 from the left side and makes it 53-34. Lovington still has not scored now since the beginning of this fourth quarter. Myra Castor with the ball in to drive into the lane, and she is going to get fouled.
Fouls on number 12, Kaylin Greathouse.
They're going to call that on Kaylin Greathouse. She's quickly picked up two fouls, just 2 fouls on her, though. And it is on the floor as Lovington subs come in. Myra inbounds to Buendia. Buendia drives in, puts up a layup from the right side, makes it 53-36. 3:43 left to play in this game as Artesia with a deciding lead. Velo with the ball, gets it to Greathouse. Greathouse over to Beltran. Beltran back to Greathouse right side. She pulls up, takes a 3-point shot, won't fall. Harrison with the rebound. Fight for it, though, and Buendia comes up with it. Buendia with a nice steal. Buendia takes it coast to coast, puts up a layup, but they're going to call the charge on her. So an offensive foul. The bucket does not count, and give the ball to Artesia. That's just the first foul on Buendia, though, in this game. 4th team foul. And a timeout. I think Hodling talk. I don't know if Wade Scott took that timeout, but Hodling's using it to talk to the ref. Just looks like a fact-finding mission, asking a question, getting an answer. He nodded, goes back to the huddle with his girls. So it was a full minute timeout, but we will just keep it here as tick-tock, this game is winding down. And right now, a pretty decisive lead for Artesia's. The Lady Bulldogs have stretched it out 53-36. Lovington has managed to only score 2 points since the beginning of this fourth quarter. They had actually been playing much better. This fourth quarter has ended up being their second quarter, and now this quarter looking to be their most difficult quarters of the game. They played a pretty good third quarter where they were able to chip away at that lead and get it down at the end of the third quarter. It was 40-34, but Artesia came out on fire at the start of this fourth quarter and really stretched things out. Artesia with the ball. It is Wagner inbounding. This time she gets it to Velo against good pressure by Buendia. Velo brings it down. Oh, and she palms it. She does. That's a turnover, and that is turnover number 19. 17, 18, 20 actually. 20 turnovers and to 15 turnovers for Lovington. It'll be Lovington ball. Myra Castro inbounding to Malaya in front of the media table here. Back to Myra. Myra is going to get fouled. Myra driving in the lane.
Fouls on number 32.
And they're going to call the foul on Harrison. It's her second personal and 6th team foul. So the next one in the bonus, Myra Castro inbounds. Oh, and they inbound it to Buendia, and they call Buendia on the travel. So turnover number 16 for Lovington. Give it back to Artesia. And a timeout is being taken. 3 minutes, 8 seconds left to play. 53-36. Artesia leading Lovington in this one. The quarterfinal game of the District 4 4A tournament. The loser tonight sees their season come to an end. The winner will move on to play on Thursday night against the against Goddard on Thursday, and the winner of that game will play Portales for the district tournament championship on Friday. Out of the timeout, it will be Artesia basketball as Great House will inbound. Buendia guarding Beltran. Great House looking for room. Long pass intended for Beltran, and it's going to go out of bounds as good defensive pressure by Lovington. The ball goes out. They're going to say if it is going to still be, is it going to be, it'll still be Artesia basketball off of the tip, the pressure by Lovington. And the inbound ball comes, and a shot is up from Beltran from the left side, won't fall, and Myra Castro comes up with it. So Lovington with the rebound. Myra gives it to Malaya. Malaya tries a three-point shot, and it does not fall. And there's a fight for the rebound as Wagner is under the basket, and Buendia is right with her. And they're going to call Buendia with the foul. She's quickly picked up two. So the foul is on the floor. Give the ball over to Artesia, as Artesia puts some of their puts some subs in. So they're going to see that's going to be Hammer coming back in. Harrison goes out. Coda Beltran still in. Kimber Beltran in. Velo in, and 34 Ivy as the inbound comes in, and Buendia spoils it, takes it, but she sends it back out. And it goes off of, she wisely, it bounced off of Ivy, so it's Lovington basketball. Myra inbounds to Buendia. Buendia puts up a little reverse hook, won't fall. Fighting for the rebound is Ivy. She manages to get it, to save it, get it to Velo. 2:34 left to play in the game. Artesia with the ball. Velo driving all the way, going to drive to the hoop, and they are going to call. They're going to call Buendia, and that is her third personal foul. She's picked up those three just in this quarter alone. She didn't have any fouls until this fourth quarter. So Buendia with the ball. It is on the floor. Artesia gets it in. Velo's got it, getting worked on by Buendia. Velo drifts back near midcourt, drives over to the left. Now against Olivas. Now gets it to Beltran. Beltran pulls back. Buendia very tight on Veltro. Pushes off her. On her, no foul. Passes it over to Coda Beltran in the right corner. It goes out of bounds, but off of Lovington. So Beltran will inbound, looking for somebody. Gets it to Kimber Beltran. Oh, and Kimber passing over to Velo, and it almost goes out of bounds, but Buendia is there for the steal and takes it down for a layup, puts it up, and finally breaks the scoring drought in this quarter for Lovington. Artesia with the ball. Velo's going to run the point, getting worked on by the Castros. Good defensive pressure. Can't find any room. And they're going to say, yep, they're going to call the time violation. They're going to say that it is going to be Lovington's ball. So lots of subs coming in for Artesia here in the last minute and 41 seconds of this game. Looks like Beltran and Wagner are in, but they put Bustamante, Harrison back in, and number 24, King. So Malaya Castro with the ball. Gets it to Buendia. Buendia back to Malaya. Now to Olivas. Olivas tries to drive the lane and gets her pocket picked. That's number 20, Bustamante with the steal. She takes it down, gets it to number 24, King. King gets it into Wagner, drives in, puts up the ball from the right side, and gets fouled in the process. Lauren Wagner with another 2 points. And they are going to call the foul. Let's see who they put that up on. Going to call the little push foul. Reach on 42, Katie Bell. So Katie Bell with her second foul. Kimber Harrison comes out, or rather Hattie Harrison comes out. House Shield comes in. And Wagner at the free throw line short arms it. It's a miss. And it's a Myra Castro with the rebound. Castro drives down, kicks it back out to Olivas. Olivas now over to Castro, then to Buendia. Buendia pulls up and puts up a three. Puts up a three from the right side. And coming off of that tray, Artesia with the ball, moving it down the court, and they're gonna call a foul on Malaya Castro. That's just her first. And Lovington's gonna take a timeout. It's 57 seconds left to play in this one. It is 55-41 your score here. And Artesia leading by 14 points in this one, as it looks like Lovington's season is going to come to a close here at the Bulldog Pit. And Artesia is going to get the victory and move on to play on Thursday night in the semifinals of District 4-4A tournament. But Coach Wade Scott talking to his girls. Just under a minute left to play in the game. And the Lovington girls have managed to put 7 points on the board in this quarter, but they're getting outscored as Artesia in this quarter. Artesia putting up 15 points so far. Getting outscored 15-7 in the fourth quarter, stretching that lead out. Out of the timeout, it is Wagner at the line off of the foul by Castro. And she is two of three at the line tonight. And it is up and good. So she will get another shot. Makes it 56-41. 57.2 seconds left on the clock in this game. And some question about, I don't know if the question is shooting 1 and 1. I think there's some question about, is she shooting 2, or was it how many fouls, how many team fouls? Obviously the Bulldogs or Lady Bulldogs are in the bonus. So I really don't know. She made her first one, and I don't know what all the confusion is about. It's pretty clear. She's got 2 shots. Eyes it, skies it, and buries it. Makes it 57-41. Castillo in the game now for Artesia, along with 33 House Shield. Lovington's Malaya Castro drives down, passes it back out to Myra Castro. Myra drives in the lane right side to put up a shot. It does not fall, but she draws a foul and in the act of shooting, so she'll go to the line. They call that on Lakin King. Her first foul, 8th team foul. And up and no, thought it might, it bounced and looked like it might actually find the bottom of the net, but it bounces out to the right, so a miss for Myra Castro. But she's got, let's see, 1, 2, she's got 4 points in the game. 57-41, just 48 seconds left to play in the game. Artesia going to win this one. Second shot is up and good, though, for Myra Castro. So she's got 5 points in this game. Artesia with the ball. It's Greathouse. Passing over to Bustamante, who can't handle it. Goes through her fingers and out of bounds. So another turnover. That's number 21 for Artesia in this game. They've uncharacteristically turned the ball over a lot, but so has Lovington. Lovington with the ball. They pass it into the lane to Olivas, and she puts up a shot, but she's going to get fouled. So Olivas will go to the line. It's her. And they're going to call that on King. Olivas with a shot. No good. Bounces off of the rim on the left. So a miss for her. Olivas no points in this game. She does have a couple of rebounds and a couple of steals. And a second chance. And she misses this one. Not a lane violation. The ball simply goes out of bounds, but it's going to go off of, I think, number 24 or 34, Ivy. So Lovington with the ball. Inbound, get it to Malaya. Malaya gives it to Myra. Myra drives in, kicks it back out. Then to give it to Buendia. Buendia drives in, puts up the layoff from the right side. She got 2 more points in the game. Makes it 57-44. 57-44, 18 seconds left to play. And off of the inbound, Buendia skids, ends up on the floor. And there's a tie ball call. The arrow goes the way of Lovington. So Myra Castro will inbound in front of the Lovington bench. Buendia to Malaya Castro. She takes a shot at a 3 from the left corner, doesn't fall. The rebound comes down. Fight for that, and they pass it to Greathouse. And before Greathouse can go very far, she is fouled by Malaya Castro. That's just the second foul on Castro. 10th team foul. It puts Greathouse at the line, her first trip to the line. She's got 2 points and 2 rebounds in the game. Miss on her first attempt. 57-44, your score. Just 7.5 seconds left to play in this one here at the Bulldog Pit. Artesia winning this game. Second one is up and no good. Fight for the rebound. And a whistle sounds. Buendia comes down with it, but they are going to say Salcido fouled Castillo. So Salcido, her second foul. And it puts Castillo at the line. And she sinks it. So she's got a point in the game. Castillo, a sophomore for Artesia, a 5'9" sophomore as a matter of fact. 6 seconds left in the game. And all 4 of Artesia's folks have already gone down. They just conceded the rebound on that to Lovington, and Lovington brings it down, gets it to Malaya Castro. She puts up a shot from the right corner, won't fall. Fight for the rebound. Olivas had her hands on it, but the buzzer sounds, and this one is over as final score is 59-44. 59-44, your final. Artesia beating Lovington. And I'll be back to wrap this one up here at the Bulldog Pit in just a couple of minutes with Lovington Girls Basketball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and on HubsAmerica.com. And welcome back to the Bulldog Pit. I'm Dawn Morgan, wrapping up this game. Lovington girls here against Artesia in the quarterfinals of the District 4-4A tournament, and they fall to Artesia 59-44. Your final score here, and here's how we get there. For Artesia, your leading scorer and leading scorer among everybody tonight, Lauren Wagner with 30 points. She also has 13 rebounds to go with that. Also scoring for Artesia, you had Harrison with 12 points, 7 rebounds, and a steal. And then you had Vela with 5 points, 5 rebounds. Great House, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Bustamante with a steal. Beltran with 8 points, 5 rebounds. Claudia Castillo with 1 point. Kimber Beltran with a steal and a rebound. Lakin King with 1 rebound. Hattie Harrison with 12 points, 7 rebounds, and a steal. You had Aubrey Ivy with a rebound, and again the 30 points and 13 rebounds, so a double-double for Wagner in this one. Artesia rebounded 34 times in this game, and they turned over the ball 21 times. For Lovington, your leading scorer tonight was Elizabeth Buendia, 17 points and 5 rebounds to go with that, and a couple of steals as well. Also scoring tonight, Malaya Castro, 11 points and a couple of rebounds, and 9 of her points came on trays, so she had 3 trays and a basket. Also, Katie Bell with 5 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. You had Kira Olivas with 2 rebounds, 2 steals. Audrey Alexander had 3 points and a rebound. And Myra Castro had 5 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal. Erlyn Salcido, 2 rebounds. And Katie Bell with 5 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. Total rebounds for Lovington in the game, I've got them as 19, and they had 18 turnovers. So final score 59-44 here, and Lovington's season ends at the Bulldog Pit, and they end their season at 6-21 overall, and with a lot of experience with younger players and a young team, and looking to grow and be a better team next year. They lose 3 seniors at the end of this year, so they still will have a very strong team, and a lot of these, even a couple of their 8th graders getting a lot of playing time in the last half of this season for Lovington. So we'll put a wrap on it. I'm Dawn Morgan. Thank you very much for listening. Artesia now, the Artesia girls will go on to play Goddard on Thursday night. The winner of that game plays Portales on Friday for the championship. And, of course, the winner of the Lovington boys game tonight at Wildcat Gym will move on to play on Thursday night. And if they win, then they'll move on and play the for the tournament championship on Friday. That's going to put a wrap on it, and we say good night. Thank you very much to our sponsors. Thank you very much to Gene Dow for letting us use his video feed. And we thank you for listening and watching Lovington Girls Basketball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and on HobbsAmerica.com. Good night.